Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Train Sim World 5 video. We're back showcasing Cargo Line Vol.4 Military from Skyhook Games, and we've got the other load today. We've got the, what's this one, the Mine Resistant Ambush Truck. I'll find the actual name in a second, but we got this load today on the KWA Warwell wagons, which should look pretty cool. And I believe we're going to be taking them over to Acton mainline. Now it's scheduled to take 29 minutes. Maybe. Yeah, stop at location Acton Yard. Let's get the train set up. So DSD and AWS. There you go on. Stick the reverser in. Brakes are already set to goods. Ooh, let's not muck around with the train length because it doesn't really... Well, as you can see, it's blinding, so let's not look at that. We won't. We'll have to guess. As the brakes hit, the hiss comes off. Hopefully, you can hear that. Okay. There you go. Brakes are coming off. Let's get that pull sound, sort of the jolt sound, as the train leaves. I'll be quiet. Didn't really make much of a jolt, really. That was quite smooth. Like quite a few of them, when they leave, you sort of hear the as it sort of gets going, but not really any on there. Smooth driving. Off we go, though. So it should be non-stop over to Acton Yard. Hopefully, it'll be about half hour or so, ish. Let's change the station on there as well. What should we go for? Let's go for... Oh, actually, let's go Acton mainline. You'll see that change in a second, the board there. Might be a bit slow as the internet's a bit slow at the moment. Off we go. Oh, there's one of the North Downs line services. Cool. This route is very much different in the game as to how it is now in real life. In real life now, the stopper services are Elizabeth line trains. Yeah, this route's back set in 2015, so a lot's changed. Right, 60 miles an hour will be our top speed as we are a Class 6 train. But as of you guys seeing this video, I don't know when this one will be going out actually. This might be, hang on, this might be Thursday's video or Friday's video. Because there's also a new route for the bus, which I've currently been given early access to. Parking brake still has that on-off issue. It's funny that. A bit more power. So we make our way out. Let's get a little shot. Yeah, 60 the whole way. The KWA's at the rear. And yeah, there should be, well, depending on when this video comes out, this may either be out or be out very soon. But this pack costs, was it £9, something like that? Let me load the article up. There you go. I'm fairly sure, well, shortish train, I think there was about 16 on the back. So not loads. Cool. Again, just loading up the article. Which will probably take a while to load. But gameplay across two routes. You get it on the West Coast mainline over Shap, which isn't with the Class 66, that's with the Class 47. And then you get gameplay for Great Western Express. Right, the article has loaded. So let's see. So what's this called then? What's this? What's the load we've got? Yeah, we've got the 3-axle mine-resistant ambush protected vehicle, the MRAP. That's what we've got on the back. These things. And then the pack itself is... Going down to the price. Yeah, £9.99. Although if you're on PlayStation in the UK, there's that anomaly where it's £9.49. So you get to save 50 pence. We're almost at 60, and once we are, we'll keep the power on us. I think it is uphill to Maidenhead, so we'll pop it maybe, yeah, sort of half power, just so we sort of try and maintain the speed. Because we don't really want to lose speed. Seems to be doing a good job at the moment. Let's zap ahead. There it goes. Now I'm thinking, what cargo line pack's better, Volume 3 or Volume 4? Sort of the most recent cargo lines, because I mean, Volume 2, there was quite a big gap between Volume 2 and Volume 3, but almost a year. Was it almost a year there, potentially? Yeah, cargo line Volume 3 or Volume 4. Which takes the crown? I mean, Volume 4 is pretty cool because, I mean, they both go across 2 routes. Well, no, Volume 3 is also 3 routes now. Because you can run stuff on the Midland Main Line, West Coast Main Line South, and the East Coast Main Line. But then containers, they're not really that interesting. I don't know, it's tough really. Volume 4, Volume 3. They're both, to me, not as exciting as Volume 2. Volume 2 for me is the best cargo line pack. No doubt about that. Volume 2 is the best one. But it's quite hard to decide which, yeah, out of 3 and 4. So I'd say Volume 3 is probably a lot more realistic than this one, Volume 4, which is probably, you don't really get many military trains in the UK. Maybe on the 80s route. But, yeah, don't know. What do you guys reckon? Volume 3 intermodal, which is containers, or Volume 4 military? They're quite different though, aren't they? But what do you think is, yeah, what's better? I'd say both cargo line Volume 3 and Volume 4 are things you get on sale. Like, I wouldn't pay full price if I wasn't an ambassador for Dovetail, which I am, so thanks to Dovetail for giving me a key to show it off. Probably wouldn't pay full price for cargo line. Because, well, I don't do much freight outside of when these cargo line packs come out. And yeah, I don't know, £9.99. Yeah, for me, if I hadn't got a key for it, I probably would have got it on sale. A bit like how I was explaining in the first look. Some trains I get on Train Sim Classic, which is the old Train Sim game. Sometimes I'll literally buy a train just to see it as AI and maybe occasionally, very rarely, drive it. So it's quite a good cargo line for that. In fact, it gives you a bit more AI to see, a bit more variety. If you can pick it up for sort of 4 or 5 quid on a sale, brilliant. And if you don't play it, it's not really the end of the world because it was only 3 or 4 quid in the sale. Yeah, so 3 and 4 probably are, I'd say, more once you get on sale. Volume 2, if I hadn't got a key for it, probably would have got it when it come out. And then Volume 1 probably, yeah, on sale. Don't know. But now, what's the best cargo line pack out of the 4? For me, yeah, Volume 2. Of the HOA wagons, that is the best. Getting over a flyby shot at the end of the day is about the what's behind us, not the 66. The 66 is the 66. Which this was the first route we saw the 66 on, Great Western Express. So you can still drive the really old one as well. Which I think the old 66 was actually done by Skyhook as well. I think the old 66 was done by Skyhook, obviously on behalf of Dovetail, way back. And there was also one of Adam's watching. There was also the Class 08. Oh, I think that was. Well, I don't think Adam worked for Skyhook then, but there was also a Class 08 in EWS livery, which is on the Skyhook website, or was on the Skyhook website. in some sort of deep dark corner of what they were sort of working on for TSW way back when this sort of come out, Great Western Express. So back in sort of 2017, 2018. Yeah, there was a picture of a Class 08 in EWS livery, but that's never become a thing. We got the 08, but on the BR routes, the old school routes. Well, this is pretty easy, isn't it? Just 60 miles an hour. Greens the whole way so far. Not really expecting to come across any cautionary signals until, well, we're a bit closer to Acton. But yeah, pretty straightforward so far, which is it's nice and chilled out. These are the slightly shorter runs on this route as well. They're about, yeah, half hour on this route, as opposed to on Overshap where they're about 2 hours long. So if you want to do a short Vol.4 military service, Great Western. Set the power off at the moment, no power. So let's go to the back. Let's hang out with the load for a bit. They're quite a cool model though, and actually the cool thing about them, they look really like weathered and muddy, which is quite nice. The mirrors don't work. Who cares if the mirrors don't work? Yeah, pretty cool though. Can we fly under it in the free cam? No, you can't. Let's try and get a photo as well. Whilst we're sort of on this nice, this part of the route actually looks really nice. Like, even though this is like the oldest UK route in the game, it still looks really good. It's sort of weird, like it's the oldest one, but it still looks really good. I mean, obviously it's a bit dated in some places, but it's still a pretty decent looking route, considering it's well, 2017 this came out. So it's maybe because they spent so much time on this route. Like the vegetation, the foliage, all looks really good. I still remember the first time I played, well, this was the first ever TSW route I played, back when the game first released on console, which is almost, unbelievably, 7 years ago. July the 24th, 2018. Yeah, 7 years ago. Like, what? 7 years ago? That's not right. But yeah, as it was about this time, as of early June, I think, of 2018. I remember I was just browsing the PlayStation stores, you know, having a general browse, looking up simulator to see what there is. And coincidentally, on that day I did it, it was the first day you could pre-order Train Sim World. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, what? TSW, what? On coming console? Sort of unheard of. Sort of a train sim game, a good train sim game on console. So I remember pre-ordering it straight away. And then on the day it did come out, I remember it was the last day of the school term before holidays. This was year 10. And it was like, yeah, basically finished early because it was like the last day. So I remember sort of rushing home and then basically spending all evening playing this route. And then I think I then crept on to Rapid Transit, which was the other sort of route. Played that, enjoyed it, and then eventually, like 2-3 weeks later, I then went on to the US route and played that. And there'll still be videos on the channel. Actually, will there? Yeah, there are still videos on the channel of when we first played Train Sim World back in 2018. That's when I had abominable internet, so all of the videos are really low quality. Basically until Long Island Railroad originally come out, and that's when the internet went good. So things look a bit better from there. When did you guys start playing Train Sim World? Comment below. Oh, it's just 60 along here anyway. Yeah, what was your first Train Sim World game? It seems a lot of people joined Train Sim World 2. As well, I think it was free on Epic Games, and also you had the Tube, and it was very well marketed, Train Sim World 2. Especially with Rush Hour as well. And I think another big influx, well, basically it's been a big influx ever since. Always good to have people joining the hobby of train simulation. The most relaxing of simulations, transport-wise, I'd say. Or is it the most relaxing? That's another question for you guys. What is the most relaxing simulator game, transport-wise? I mean, with a bus sim, you've got to be watching out for traffic and trying to, you know, not hit things and stuff. Planes, you've got to take off and land, and then you can do autopilot, which I suppose would be quite relaxing. But the train, sort of, I don't know, like, it's just relaxing. 60 miles an hour, just letting it roll. Green signals the whole. Well, you might not. I suppose it might not be as easy as this. I don't know. What's the most relaxing travel simulator game? Probably also not relaxing when you go through a red light either. This is over the River Thames here, so we're coming up to Taplow. It's been about 17 minutes, so we should be there in about 15 minutes, which, yeah, does sound about right. Well, actually, I think it said 29 minutes it was going to take. I don't think we're going to be there in 10 minutes. Actually, Acton Yard is just after Ealing Broadway, so we're still quite a way. We're probably, what, about 18 miles off that still? So we've still got a bit of a way. I think from Slough it's about 18 miles to Paddington. Acton Yard's a few miles before Paddington. And we're still a few miles from Slough, so yeah, probably about 18 miles or so. A nice chilled out run though. Again, just easy, set at 6. Or do we have to slow down for Burnham? That's a good point. Do we have to slow down for Burnham? Because at Burnham the track sort of goes in a bit because it's an island platform. Sort of skewers off to the side. Can't imagine it would come down. I think it is 60 all the way. Again, every time we're on the slow line we're usually doing a stopper, which, well, stops at every stop. I'll just let it coast for now. There's the HST, the one on here being the MTU engined HST. As it wasn't until, well, a couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago, I actually, I didn't realise there was all these different HST types. I thought, yeah, HST, it was the HST. But you got all the different engines to them, which do make quite a difference. So on this route you've got the HST, but it's the MTU engined HST. Here's Burnham. And then on the Midland mainline route you've got the VP185 engined HST. And then the other type of HST which we don't have in the game is the Valenta HST. I think that's the original HST engine. Yes, you've got 3 different types: Valenta, VP185 and MTU. And they all sound quite different as well. So on this route we got the MTU, on Midland mainline we got the VP185. Which, another thing about this route is the upgrade. When's the remaster coming for it? I think we all thought it would sort of be out by Christmas. But, well, you know, with summer now almost, It counts as summer basically, isn't it? And it's not out yet. Wonder what's going on. Zoom ahead a little bit. Let's get a nice little shot. Although I think it is a one-man job, so you know, no rush. There it goes. Cool. But it will be cool to see this route remastered, given a bit of a modern sprinkle. Well, I still want East Coastway to be remastered. So I'm quite glad we've now got the new PC, so we can actually do some of the mods on East Coastway, which make it just how it sort of should be. A different timetable, sound mods and stuff. Coming up on Slough, the loveliest place around. Quite a nice railway station actually though here at Slough. Probably actually one of the nicest actually I would say on the route. Hamwell's another nice station. But no, Slough station actually does look quite nice. Oh, there goes one of the branch line services down to Windsor Riverside, I think it is. No, Windsor. It goes down to Windsor, I believe. One of the Windsors or Eatons or whatever. But we actually have a look, can't we, on the on here? Windsor and Eaton Central. That's the one. Down through Slough. Which I always forget they added sort of the extra AI services on here. As originally, I don't think you saw the North Downs trains at Reading, and you didn't see the services branching off here, but now you do. It's always like, whoa, what's that doing there? Always nice to see more trains. So we got Langley, Ivor, West Drayton, Hayes and Harlington, Southall, Hamwell, West Ealing, Ealing Broadway, and then Acton Yard, which is sort of opposite Acton mainline station. So we've still got a little bit to go. We're not there just yet. I don't think we're going to get there in the time it suggested, which was like 28 minutes or something, or 29 minutes. Still, so it'll just be 60 really. Hasn't really gone up, or literally just 60 the whole time. The sort of multiple unit speed keeps changing, but for freight, just 60. Makes it easy. I hope everyone's enjoying it though, but let's have a look at the KWAs again, as again this video is meant to be about the cargo line pack. We've seen enough of the 66 already. Here it is. The Warwell wagon. So if you're on this route you get the sort of trucks, and then if you're on West Coast Mainline Overshap, I believe you get the APCs. Don't really know which looks cooler really. Anyway, we've got the tail lamp on the back. Does look nice and weathered though. The wagon, which is rather nice. If we sort of do a little slightly slow look at it. Yeah, the KWAs. Again, yeah, I like the amount of weathering on it. Sort of the wear and tear. It doesn't look shiny new. I mean, look at this. Look at the sign there. Look at that. It's all sort of just, yeah, corroded or whatever. Does look good. very low down as well as they're meant to be. Superb. Let's get another flyby shot as well. There it goes. Cool. Here's Ivor station coming up, I believe, here. And we then come up to West Drayton, which is where, hang on, are we? No, this is Ivor, I believe. Yeah, we come up to West Drayton, and that's where you'll start seeing Cargo Line Volume 1 services. Because Cargo Line Volume 1 gives you the T-tankers, and that gives you the services on here from Acton through to West Drayton. Lovely. Yeah, just a nice chilled out run. Good so far. Yeah, what's everyone's thoughts on Cargo Line Volume 4? From sort of what we've done so far. We'll try and stream it at some point. I did sort of hope to do that as of this video going out. Well, was it on Wednesday? Or on the previous Wednesday to this video going out. But then when the bus update sort of come out. Yeah, this is West Drayton. So we are getting there. Again, probably, but certainly not taken how long it said it would take. Sort of what I expected. I expected it to take longer. Through West Drayton, which is the Oyster contactless boundary. The amount of people who who just almost like oblivious to the boundary of contactless. See it all the time, where you got people going down to Eastbourne, Hastings, and they're like, "Oh, we tapped on at in London," and it's like, no, can't do that. Or people going down into Brighton and trying to tap out at the gates, and it's like, no, can't do that. Yeah, I think West Drayton is the boundary for the Great Western Main Line, though. 85 now for well, not for us, but we can still only go 60. In fact, what does the HUD tell us we can go? Oh, the HUD still says, so that's good. That's like the HUD does say 60, which is good. Here's the line from Heathrow. So I've been on a few times. Would actually be really cool to see Heathrow on this route at one day. That train got its hazard lights on. Or was that like a lighting issue? Yeah, it looks like it has hazard lights on. Which you would, I believe, have to come to a stop if you saw that. No, so we're not going to come to a stop. It's a game. It's just a bug. Yeah, I think if a train in real life puts its hazard lights on, you have to come to a stop. But I think now you just sort of press the radio emergency button and come to a stop through that. if another train was having an issue. Coming up on Hayes and Harlington. Loads of freight. Ooh, DRS, nice. That's the old FKA container wagons. And there you go. There's the there's a Cargo Line Volume 2 service. So yeah, Volume 2, the HOAs are great, especially with the graffiti on them. I know not everyone likes the graffiti on them, but it's realistic, isn't it? They do have. They are fortunately like that in real life, all vandalised. Oh, we're getting there. We are getting there. One of the biggest places to see changes in the remaster, I believe, will be Southall. At Southall, I think, is it Dovetail Games Liam? Yeah, Dovetail Games Liam is making the West Coast Railways depot here, which do like the rail tours and all the classical trains or heritage trains. They all store in the, like a big shed next to Southall, which is there in the game. It just doesn't look great. You got some more HOAs over there. If you don't have Cargo Line Volume 2, I highly recommend, especially if you've got the Midland Mainline route. It makes a world's difference to that. Really, really, really good volume of Cargo Line. And probably the most you can do as well, and also the most sort of fun, I'd say, as well, because you actually get to unload and load the wagons up. Yeah, Cargo Line Volume 2 is a must-have Cargo Line. The others, just get them on a sale, I suppose. But Volume 2, that is really good. Well, I'm really hoping for either Volume 5 or Volume 6 or Volume 7, however more they do. Hopefully they'll do something for the power station on the Midland Main Line, Ratcliffe Power Station. Surely they must be able to do something for that. That would be epic if they could. More FKAs there of the old containers in the game. Now, thinking about this, may actually be Thursday's video. Yeah, it may be Thursday's video, this one. As the bus is still updating, and as you can probably tell by the time on the board there, it is getting relatively late already, and my bus videos take hours to upload. So yeah, I mean, this part of the route here looks a bit slightly old, but the rest looks fine. This is Hanwell, so we should relatively soon start seeing yellows. That's between West Ealing and Ealing Broadway. Cool. Lovely. This is West Ealing coming up. So as far as you can drive the Greenford branch services, which once upon a time were like hidden services if you were on console. Very much was like a reduced timetable, even though I think they were. No, there was like a glitch you could do. Yeah, there was like a. Was it journey mode? It might have been journey mode. I remember there was some sort of glitch you could do to get the. Yeah, because on console you didn't have the Greenford branch services, whereas on PC you did. But then I think when Journey Mode come out, so for some reason when you went into a certain Journey Mode service, then went back to the menu, you then had all the Greenford services on console. There was some sort of weird bug or glitch to get the Greenford services on console. I mean, now they're just there anyway. But yeah, back then you had to do some sort of glitch to get them. $60 again. Come on, where are the yellows? We're coming up to Acton Yard. This is Eden Broadway. It's actually just after here. Looks like we do get yellows coming into here. Well, should probably do. Start getting the brakes on. Why have the brakes come on really too much? That's weird. I need to put on the brakes a tiny bit and they've just like gone straight down. What are you doing? I mean, that was good braking, but not that quick. Oh, there's a yellow there coming up. As we go through Ealing Broadway, got the 72 stock in there. Cool, and yeah, Acton Yard coming up. Got the yellow. On this one, literally has the junction indicator as well, so it's literally just slow straight down, and here we are. So it says this is a really old route. I don't think you get flashing yellows or approach control on here. So sort of from a green straight to LW yellow going in the yard. Don't know if it would be like this in real life. W on the junction indicator, so we're going to be going in. Cool. There's a bit of pre-warning, I suppose. Not much though. But yeah, that took 37 minutes, so about, well, 9 minutes, well, we're not even there yet, but about 9 minutes longer than it actually advertised it as. Or showed as, not advertised as. 30 miles an hour across it, so it's quite quick coming into here, it's not a slow yard. Which is good. Whoa, hang on. Not that much again. A little bit of power to counteract the brakes and sort of like slam them on again. You gotta be careful not to wheel slip here. There you go, alright. Yeah, this is Acton Yard. Some track joint sounds and point sounds. What, now we get the cooling on signal? Oh, yeah. That was a single yellow, wasn't it? That's 166. Blurring past. Got a whole bunch here. Are they the HKAs? I think they are the HKA. Are they the HKAs? So we got like the Dovetail Games cargo line pack. Well, it wasn't a cargo line pack, but sort of like a Dovetail Games cargo line pack back near Christmas, where we got the National Power HKAs for the West Coast Main Line South. Yeah, there's the HKAs. Got the JNAs behind, and HOAs in there as well. You need to go right to the end here as well, which is a bit slow. Look at those HOAs though. Nice. Right the way down into the yard though. Yeah, you could set these to yard work as well. That's not yard work. That's yard work. I think that's the original 66 there, the darker one. Well, they're both sort of the darker ones, but yeah, no, that one there. You can tell by the EM2000 inside whether it's the new or old one. That's definitely the old, yeah. That's definitely got to be the old one. This one might be the East Coastway one, or one of the others. Probably has to go really far down as well. No, don't slam on again. Come on, let's get up to the signal first. There's Acton mainline station. That's what the board is set to. I bet if we stop here, it will tell us to move forward, which will be rather annoying. Oh no, hang on. Stop at location Acton Yard. It's just not changing. No, we are here apparently. Yeah. Oh, really? There. Usually it's to the end. We've got to be a bit sort of silly here and go. In fact, no. No, we're staying here. That is going to be it, everybody, for today's Train Sim World 5 video. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed it. That was Cargo Line Vol.4 Military on the Great Western Express. Let's get the brakes on. Links can be found in all of the usual places: Discord, PayPal, merch store, as well as our affiliate link for UK departure boards and the 5% off coupon. Apart from that, see you all and take care. Bye, guys. Oh, and this, yeah, this should be going out Thursday. This will be out soon. 10 AM consoles, 4 PM Epic Games, 6 PM on Steam. If this is out on Thursday, the 5th of June, and it will cost £9.99. See you all. Take care. Bye, guys.